at certain times you may be holding on to what used to be when you got to look at things for what they are now. Like, okay, yeah, like this person, I thought they were one thing, and then, you know, like as we grow and change, you start to realize, like, okay, like you're looking a little different, and you got to have that internal conversation, like, okay, is this someone I can see myself growing with and growing through these tough times, and just waking up and loving them for who they are every single day, because you're not the same person you are yesterday as you'll be tomorrow. And those are one of the things that I realized.
You guys remember Terry?
Put in reverse, Terry.
Back it up. What is you doing?
Oh, Lord, what you doing, Terry?
Oh,
Terry, put in reverse.
that he was supposed to get away from fireworks.
And his chair was like malfunctioning. Then it started going off.
Put in reverse, Terry.
And then your recording just kept recording. You didn't like help him.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
I really miss Vine.
I love lamp. Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it? I love lamp. I love lamp.
Lamp. Wish you were a lamp that would light up when you get touched.
Lamp. Lamp. Lamp.
She might be dead.
Check, check. Can y'all hear yourselves?
Lima Charlie.
Yes.
Lima Charlie, let's go. Mics 1, 2, and 4. All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is I Love Lamp.
The podcast.
Wow.
The podcast where we shine a light on the things we love.
A relationship podcast talking about relationships.
And we're in a relationship. A
Wait,
throuple?
This is one nice triangle here.
What could go wrong? We're a little Neapolitan today.
Not my favorite ice cream.
Wait. Chocolate. You're like vanilla strawberry.
Yeah,
I guess I'm like coconut.
I see more like a
Strawberry.
Coffee.
yeah,
Coffee.
go get coffee or caramel.
As you can see, everybody, we've got a special guest in the
Wow, special?
studio. Our first guest on the
Wow.
podcast. It's Mateo.
All right, I guess here's where I introduce myself.
Yeah, are we going full names or
Mateo's fine.
just
Find me on IG. Am I allowed to plug that?
Yeah, plug your IG.
Fly high _ Maddie. One of O-Box favorite friends. You know,
Yeah.
we go way back to
We go way back, homie.
flight school, form flying, and you know, just goofing off, living our best life. But
Yeah,
I'm
dude, we
excited
were
to be
freaking
here.
formation.
Remember our call sign?
buddies. Yeah, rush hour.
Yes, sir. So,
Lee.
I'm excited to be here. Excited to chat with you and
Kata.
your lovely lady about relationships and all that. So
Yes, man. Well, you know, you're what, 27 years
I am
young?
27.
So we've learned some things about relationships,
absolutely.
and we're excited to glean your wisdom and some of your takes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Takes
From
on the
my
game.
mistakes.
The game of love.
Oof, it's a tough game, but I love playing it.
Yeah, you got to play, man. You got to play.
Play or get played, you know.
Alyssa, how you feeling today?
Feeling good.
As always, I appreciate you being on the pod with us. And of course, Mateo, thanks for coming up here.
I'm excited.
Yeah, for all you video watchers, we just got some lights in here, so it's looking a little different than it normally does. But
Yeah, the vibe is immaculate in here.
yeah, man, we put some fun sounds on the soundboard.
Classic.
You know what I mean? And yeah, let's get right into it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we're here, Jacksonville, Florida. Jags game this afternoon, taking on the Chiefs.
T-Law's never lost on a Saturday, from what I've heard.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Undefeated on Saturdays.
exciting team to watch. Definitely come from behind team. So
Yeah, we won the last couple from behind.
yeah,
Last weekend was the
Chargers.
wild card AFC wild card game against the Chargers, and
I can't-
before that
cannot
was
believe it.
Tennessee.
I was at that game.
You were? Oh yeah, I saw that.
the
I saw that.
that,
You
like,
slick boy.
last minute interception and just ran into the end zone. That was wild. And then I was actually hop tingers when they kicked that field goal. And man, that place erupted. So
Oh, I bet.
it was quite exciting to see. And just I don't know, man. The Jags are just looking nice right now. So
Exciting time for the city.
definitely.
How long have you been in Jacksonville?
Me, I want to say 2 years.
Did we move at the same time?
We definitely did. Yeah, we graduated and came out here at the same time. So.
From BT4?
Yeah. So what,
Ayo.
2019? 2 years, but I love it here. Like
Yeah,
Jax is.
I think we got here right at the beginning of. No.
It was towards
we
the
got
end
here
of-
at the beginning of 2020.
Yeah.
June 2020.
Yeah. So
Midst of the pandemic.
yeah, but yeah, man, Jacksonville is awesome. Couldn't think of anywhere else I'd rather be.
Same, man. I might end up living here for a little bit longer, a long time, depending on how my situation
Long
goes.
time and a good time. So.
I could think of like maybe 900 other places I'd rather be in Jacksonville.
You gotta hit that button.
Oh, parlay.
What's your top place? Don't say Hawaii.
Yeah, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be, Alyssa?
Top place.
Anywhere as long as I'm with you.
Maybe like somewhere up north, like northern Cali. maybe
Somewhere cold?
Washington.
NorCal?
Yeah.
I lived in Washington for a little while.
Oh, really?
Did you really?
Yeah, Tacoma. My dad was stationed in Fort
I
Lewis.
did not know that about you.
It's an army base. Washington's actually pretty. I like the West Coast. I'd say
Really?
Washington before I came to the East Coast. I loved it there. Played soccer. The weather's not that bad. They say it's always rainy, but I enjoyed it. A lot of land, and especially like outdoorsy stuff. If you're into like hiking or
Man.
skiing
I feel
and
like
all
it's
that.
super diverse, and doesn't it like have all the seasons?
It's
It
more
definitely
diverse on the
does.
coast, I
Definitely
feel
does.
like. Inland, it's just more country.
No, I was by the water, and it was. I mean, it's a lot more land, and it's like spread out. But in terms of like
Oh,
weather and
diverse,
all that,
like terrain-wise.
she
I
was
was
Like
thinking like
seasons.
seasonally.
Oh,
So like yeah,
okay.
they get like it snows. The summers are nice. Spring, a lot of leaf changing, autumn and all that. But I'd say like West Coast, yeah, Washington's pretty dope, and then Cali's probably number 2. But
fuck yeah, man. I want to go out there too.
They have all the cool trees, like the redwood ones and like the cherry
Giant.
blossoms.
yeah,
I was like, cherry
We
blossom.
just have like the palm trees.
We do just have.
Florida is very basic.
We
with
got
the
like oaks and stuff.
greenery.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I was at home
Cedar.
in DC. All the trees are
I don't
bare.
fucking
You
know.
come to
Oh,
Florida,
really?
everything's like still green. You're just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were home for the break.
Yeah, I went to DC. Very cold, but it was nice to see the family, hang out with some high school buddies.
Getting in any trouble?
No, I'm a good guy. I'm
Drink-
a good boy.
Drinking alcohol?
Oof, no.
I'm your newest sober friend.
I
ready
know
to
you know all
judge
the rules and
you.
restrictions.
No. Don't you know what it does to your liver? No, but that's just something I'm wrapping up with. Although I am committed to being sober for, I don't know, the year.
You can do it, but how's that going so far? It's only January. You're almost done with.
We're 21 days in. I just wrapped up
21.
with a little
21.
21.
Can you do something for
Wow,
me? All right, that's-
somebody with that number.
Do your thing, 21.
21
What do you
Jump
mean?
Street.
Good movie.
21, the poker movie.
Oh, yeah, and you're talking about counting cards and all that.
You know,
over
it's,
my head.
it's based on a real story, but
Yeah.
in reality, they were all Asians. They whitewashed it. They were using their math
Wow.
skills
Wow.
to count cards, but I get it. We're not that marketable just yet.
What
Yeah,
about the
just
movie
do
Crazy
Asian
Rich
supporting.
Asians? I never watched it, but I was like, this title seems a little
Yeah.
bit on the edge.
It was good, pretty bougie, fun. You
Oh.
know, Singapore, a lot of big Asian American and Asian actors. Henry
see.
Golding, what a stud! Am I right?
Not familiar.
I don't know which one that is, but I've seen the movie.
Aquafina.
I know who she
Okay.
is. Her and 2 Chainz, they do their little.
Are you cool with
reviews.
Aquafina?
I have no issues with her.
You're not like aggressively woke or anything, but some people were like, she came up off a black scent. Like, look at her
Yeah,
stealing our swag.
I'm not really.
She's from Queens, man. I think that's just literally how people around her talk.
I have no qualms with Aquafina or how she came up.
Yeah,
Did you hear Miley Cyrus's new song?
No, it's
Oh, Flowers. It's so good.
she showed me last night.
what's it about?
What's so cool about it, babe?
Well, he just didn't see it yet, and I was surprised because it's the #1 song right now, like of most plays on Billboard or like out of history on Spotify.
What's it about?
It's just about her and Liam
Liam
Like-
Neeson
Hemsworth,
Oh.
or like last husband, because he was
from Taken.
who's he? Jennifer Lawrence, right?
You told me that,
is
but
that who that is?
Oh, that's Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah.
Got a crush on her.
Jennifer Lawrence. You can
Talk
really
about that
get
later.
it.
So Miley's like dressed up just like she did at this like Globes or like award ceremony, and is just like dancing in the music video. But it's like all about Liam, and she released it on his birthday. Like it's
That's
a lot
hot.
of digs.
What if he's like, I
Hey.
haven't even heard it yet.
Yeah.
What
That was too
song?
later, babe. That's nice.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift does that, and then Ariana Grande, she did a
Yeah.
song like that.
Relationships are
34
ammo
plus 35
for an artist, you know what I mean?
Well, it depends, you know. Could be good or bad.
Exactly.
Kanye did that. Like,
What kind of song was?
If I see ski, I'm a, what do you say? Like
Oh,
punch him
Skeet
or something?
Davidson.
Yeah.
Kanye was
Or, like,
just.
more. He's, like,
He's
I bought
doing
the
a
house
lot, man. He was
next
doing
door.
a
I
lot.
saw his little Hitler thing, and I was like, all right, bro, I gotta close my eyes on this.
Even
one.
Hitler.
He wasn't all that bad. Like, Nani? Come again?
What?
Gotcha.
Can't defend you for everything. Man. You're on your own with that one.
Gotcha. Dang it, we need the soundboard for gotcha right now.
It's my favorite.
All right, we'll get the soundboard on point for next episode because that'd be
Get them wave
really
files,
fun,
bro.
man. Yeah, got to find these wave files, spot them down. Yeah, so this is a relationship podcast, and I did warn you
Hey, man,
that,
bring it on.
that we would pry a bit
Bring it on.
because you know I'm your boy, man. I've seen the highs and the lows,
It's a good song.
Yeah,
the highs and the lows, the highs, the
The
lows.
lows. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Ask away.
table that for 1 second.
Yeah.
Did you see Chance and Vic did a concert in Ghana?
No. That
Yeah,
sounds
they
dope,
did like
though.
a whole festival, and then they had like 50,000 people show
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Just like a first,
Just a pop up, or did they plan it?
plan it. They already like did an Africa trip, and they're like, we're coming back. We're gonna do a
That's
concert.
sick. I love stuff like that. Yeah.
Man, I want to go to Africa,
I definitely want to go to Africa. There's so much to see over there.
dude.
Or a
Freaking
safari.
It's not your typical
Ethiopia?
like, oh, lion, elephant. There's like
yeah. There's
beautiful
stuff to be doing,
cities,
man.
and so many cultures to just divulge in. Just
Freaking-
like West Africa, and then East
yeah.
Africa, Egypt, and
Egypt, Morocco,
Yeah.
South Africa.
yeah, go down there. So it's a lot to see, but it gets downplayed in movies and in typical
Yeah.
media, like, oh, dirty, no water.
They always use the same filter for it.
But it's
too.
like if you could do that with any country. Like you could do that with America. Like
You
inner city,
absolutely could.
Detroit. Like, oh, this is what all it is. It's like it's
You
not that bad.
absolutely could,
I
man.
feel like it
No offense to
doesn't.
anyone if they're from Detroit.
It looks really cool in like nature docs and stuff and The Lion King.
David Attenborough.
True story, by the way.
They don't all
Lion King.
ruin it.
David Attenborough. Y'all got a good nature doc impression?
The lion sleeps soundly. But little does he know the snake is behind him, nipping at his butt. The lion awakes startled. Yeah, that's pretty much the best I got.
That's pretty
There's
good.
one on
bro.
TikTok right now. Sorry for the TikTok plug. Go America though. But
Oh my.
you know what I'm talking about? Where I
You
think I sent some
traitor.
to you. Don't tell my job. But it's like
Our
the
job
dude who's
for
like
now.
he's like narrating like wildlife, but then like the caption will be like something freaky. It's like it's the end of the night and you got to pull like a 400-pound beast, and like the soundbite would be like, "It's my last chance. Time is almost up, but I need to get something now." Yeah, it's hilarious,
That's the thing
I
with
gotta show you
people when
this.
they're drinking, or just people in general.
dude. Even when I'm drinking,
it
I'm
is.
still.
It is like
I don't
it's
know.
like nature. It's just like man.
I don't
we're
let
just
my
people are
primal
just being
instincts-
animals.
I don't try to let my primal instincts take over though. I feel like yeah, I'm not like one of those guys that get turned and I'm just like anything and everything. I'll do anything with anyone. I'm still like,
Gotta have your standards, man.
yeah.
I feel like it's just like toddlers, like 2-year-olds, like 4-year-olds just seem
Oh my
like
gosh.
drunk people. Like drunk
Yeah.
people just act like kids.
You are
know?
1,000%
So,
right.
like,
Especially when on the dance floor, it's just like a toddler just learning how to walk. The coordination's out the
Right.
window. You care nothing about your surroundings. Bumping into people
like,
and things.
no like motor skills. Like I'll pour it in this cup.
Spill on your
Spills
shoe.
everywhere.
Spill.
Oh my god.
Slipping.
Yeah. Pee in
It's
your
fun to
pants.
watch. Oh, that's like the extreme. I haven't seen that yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
In your
Throwing
pants.
up on yourself.
Oh man,
It gets wicked out there.
dangerous
It's
out in
wild.
these streets.
Keep your distance.
Bloody hell. Okay, let's
Oi.
run it back. Relationships.
Oh no.
The perils of dual mill.
Sheesh.
Dang, bro.
Can I
For
get a little
the
background.
audience, yeah. So
okay,
we're going through flight school.
I'm
We're going
27
out.
oh, I can just give a quick rundown.
Yeah. Go
Uh,
ahead.
so I'm 27, military. I'm not gonna name drop because I don't know who watches, but yeah, like typical military thing is in Pensacola, you go out, have a good time, meet someone on the beach, things cook off. That's kind of how my story started. So
That's
I was
exactly
married.
how it started.
Unfortunately,
It was Juneteenth,
it-
and I was there.
ended in divorce. But yeah, like
But there were highs.
There were highs, definitely highs. There were definitely lows, but I'd say the biggest thing is just realizing when you like make that commitment, you're like, it's. I guess when you're young, it's easy to fall for someone as who they are in that moment, but you got to realize you're picking someone you're willing to change and grow with.
That's a great point.
And so the hardest thing, I guess, is like realizing that like at certain times you may be holding on to what used to be when you got to look at things for what they are now. Like, okay, yeah, like this person, I thought they were one thing, and then, you know, like as we grow and change, you start to realize, like, okay, like you're looking a little different, and you got to have that internal conversation, like, okay, is this someone I can see myself growing with and growing through these tough times, and just waking up and loving them for who they are every single day, because you're not the same person you are yesterday as you'll be tomorrow. And those are one of the things that I realized. And also just like knowing when you're ready for something, you know, don't let people, or I guess societal standards, force you into something you don't really want to do. I'm not saying that I wasn't ready for it, but I had my reservations.
Military people are very willing to just
And we move so fast.
pull the
too.
trigger,
We
man.
move
I mean,
so
there's
fast.
real incentives as far as taxes and base considerations.
Well, not even that, but like we were dating for like 6 months, and we had already been like talking about like marriage and all that. And like part of it was like, okay, like she was kind of on the zone where like, oh, we're like, if we know we want to be with each other, why wait? And I was kind of like, I understand that, but then I was a little more traditional with it, like, you know, I kind of want to like, you know, keep this going and like continue to learn each other, and you know, really figure out like how we get through certain things later on down the road, and see if we can really like get through the bigger stuff in life. But at the same time, I was like, you know what, I wanted to make her happy and, you know, give her what she wanted. So, and I feel like as a man too, you kind of like, I'm not saying women don't compromise, but as a man, like you're kind of put in that place where you need to make sure that she's good, and just like being like the kind of like the foundation of the relationship in certain aspects, not entirely, but it kind of falls on you to like make sure like, you know, your lady's happy, taken care of, you're both good. And sometimes you're sacrificing a little more than you may realize, but at the end of the day, like, I don't know, that's like societal things, like it's kind of just like the weight that's put on our shoulders.
I can relate to that.
And it's just like, but like that's so harmful, because like it just piles on. Like you think you can continue to do this over and over and sacrifice in the same way, you realize you're losing a lot in the end, and that kind of, it'll manifest itself in not the healthiest ways. And then, you know, you're just left with trying to, I guess, pay that back or rebuild what like really keeps you going in a certain aspect, if that makes sense. Because I say for me, like it was like kind of just like we would argue a lot, and just like kind of like being the bigger person sometimes, being like, you know what, I could die on this hill, or I could just like swallow my pride and be like, okay, whatever, you're right. But after a while, you're just like, you know, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this granddad.
A deficit can build up.
Yeah.
If you're, so maybe it can be better.
It chisels
sometimes
away at you.
How often do you think, obviously every couple is different,
Absolutely.
fights?
Oh, dude, we would fight all the time.
Better to fight or better to kind of, you know, work off of one another and like kind of let deficits build up, or
No, I think
build up ammo?
I think fighting is healthy in a certain aspect. Like if you're shouting at each other and no one's being hurt, then that's like super negative. But like if an argument comes up and you guys have the maturity to kind of sit there and try to hear each other, because I feel like understanding and listening are two different things. I can hear you all day. That doesn't mean I'm really hearing what you're saying or understanding it. And I think that's something like you have to realize that like arguing's not bad if it's in a healthy way. Like if something's bothering you and you can bring it up, okay, we'll have our disagreements. But I think if a solution can come out of it, or some sort of like reconciliation to do better the next time, or at least like, hey, like I didn't know this bothered you. If it bothers you, you know, just bring it up immediately and we can address it as it like when it happens, rather than like letting stuff build up and then like arguing and sweeping it under the rug, and then no one's happy, and then it just builds up, and then the next time you guys do something, someone's still upset from the past, and it just carries on. I'd say arguing is healthy because it could just bring things to light, and you can address issues rather than let them just stay dormant for so long, and then you realize, oh, I never knew you were happy for the past 3-4 months.
No one's a mind reader.
1,000%.
Yeah, I think they always say it doesn't matter like how many times you like fight, it's the way you fight and like what you say, because it's like if you just hold things in, that's like one way it's like unhealthy for you mostly. But then if you fight and it's like bad, you're like name calling, that's also like another way it's unhealthy. So like the only healthy option is to like talk it out,
right?
But like respectfully. Put some respect on it.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree.
Thanks
like,
for those bars though, man.
Yeah,
I love that
talking,
perspective, because of course you're speaking from your experience, but like different parts of that really resonate with us. And
I also want to just caveat, like I don't want to sound like I'm like, oh, she was all this bad or that bad. I also like to, you know, state that I can take accountability and realize, you know, I had my shortcomings and shortfallings, but I think the biggest thing for me, especially like when things were kind of ending, was trying to not take all the blame, especially when like
holding
because
her
like
accountable.
Yeah, because I would
for
think like,
certain
oh,
things.
this is all my fault, and you know,
Nah,
it's because
man,
of me
yeah.
that I didn't do this. She wouldn't have done that, and then like even family was like, look, you're not responsible for what someone else does. All you can do is control how you react, and I think that's something I've really come to like That's my biggest thing. Like, I don't really let what people say or do bother me. All I try to do is control how I respond. Because at the end of the day, someone could come up and call you out your name or slap you, but you have no control over that. All you can do is keep your power by showing people that they can't affect you when they want to or how they want to at a moment's notice. And so just really going through that ringer and like months of just being out on deployment. And
See, that's tough, man. That's when you kind of found out that where she was wanting to move it, like when you're away from home. And
yeah. And I think the biggest thing was, once
some
again,
stressors to like what's already a very stressful situation.
just realizing that, like, not to get, because I really don't know who watches this, but I mean, like, you know, like, just, I forgot my train of thought.
We'll come back to it. We'll come back
I like
to
the reaction thing, though. It's like kind of what I said earlier to you. It's like your reaction to the situation literally has the power to change the situation itself. So it's like.
And I learned that lesson the hard way, because
Yeah.
there were times where, like, I was acting out of character and just letting my emotions get the best of me. And then when everything calms down and you have a clear head, you're just like, oh, why did I do that?
I can very much relate.
I remember
to
that regret
Yeah.
piece y'all were talking
2020.
about one of the earlier episodes, just like how, like, regrets and, like, is it better to have them, or just like there was two things, like doing something and regretting you did it, or regretting
the
that you
what
didn't
if
do something. Yeah, and the biggest thing was like that was just the hardest thing. The
Different
what ifs and I
types of
should have.
regrets.
What should I say or what should I do? How can I fix this? How can I make it better? And no matter which way I moved, I was like, it was always felt wrong.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Even though that was a very fun wedding that you had,
Yeah.
like I see you and you're bouncing back and
Oh, definitely.
excited for the future.
City boys.
City boys.
No, it's fine.
Samoka, pastor.
If anyone's out there watching, you know, I'm not a city boy. I'm a very respectable young man. But no, yeah, like
Small rotation.
that's what I tell myself now. Like, even now, there are still times where, like, I'll be driving and like I'll get like these sudden rushes of like anger or just like, I don't know, like just like resentment of just how I reacted. But then
just
I
kind
realized,
of
like,
waves like you're right back
yeah,
there.
like literally coming up here today, I was
Yeah.
just thinking like, man, like the way that happened sucked, or what she did or what she said sucked. But then I'm just like, you know what, it's okay, like feel it, but then like let it go. You know, like don't try to suppress it,
Yeah.
but also don't like dwell on it. Just let it happen, let it wash over you. And then just realize that, like, at the end of the day, the biggest thing, all the lessons I learned were invaluable. I realized that
Yeah,
I'm
man.
capable of so much more love in me, that I have a deeper love in me. But also that, like, I feel like I really found, like, I found, like, my worth, kind of. Because I definitely lost myself. And then, you know, just by being by myself and rebuilding, and really just, like, getting deeper in my religion with God and all that, I really just found, like, you can't look for outside validation. You have to find all that within you. And once you can kind of, like, maintain that, people can come, people can go. You'll be fine. You got your
Man.
friends and your family.
Your
Such
friends
wisdom,
are like
like,
the leaves on your tree, but you're the roots, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes the leaves have to fall off so new ones can grow. You know?
Well, I'm happy to be a part of your support system.
Oh, big time.
You know what I mean?
Wake Island, baby. Those
Wake
jogs.
Island.
Woo.
Oh my gosh.
RIP. That was
Definitely
hell on earth, dude.
a nadir of 2022.
I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
Like the low point, like opposite of apex.
understood. Okay, yeah,
Although we had some fun days, man.
we did, dude.
Freaking swimming,
We were
Bro.
vibed, dude. That was kind of
vibing
like,
out on just.
bro. If you weren't there, man, I don't know. I probably would have walked into the waters.
you were only there for like
dude,
5 days.
I was there for a week, but even then, I
okay.
was so sad when I left you, bro.
dude.
Can
It
we
sounds.
Can I plus one, please?
It sounds dramatic now because
Looking back on
looking
it,
back on it,
it,
I was only there for like just short of 3 weeks. but
dude.
it
No,
felt like
Wake Island.
God dang
Oh, dude.
forever.
If you weren't flying, it was like, dude, time just creep. But don't get me wrong, like the weather was beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
the beach was beautiful, the weather was beautiful, but it's also kind of like
Just trying to find sleep.
find sleep or just like be like useful with your time. I don't know, like
Yeah.
you could just sit there and stare, but it just felt like the days crawled, and then like you're pretty much just like getting ready for the next flight.
There's no Wi-Fi, or there was limited Wi-Fi.
We screwed that lady over.
The one
Whoever
who
gave us her
the code
password,
out.
yeah. Some lady, I don't know if he told you. He probably told you. Some
was
lady on
like-
the island gave out like a Wi-Fi passcode. We were
So,
not
like,
supposed
a
to
few
have it.
people.
How many people on that island? Like 200-300,
Yeah,
and we
about.
all had the Wi-Fi. When I tell you, like, they just shut it off,
They just shut it off and changed the password.
Aw.
and we were just stuck to our own. All we had was literally liquor and just like the outdoors.
And the contractors treated us like we were freaking vermin.
Yeah.
Really?
Y'all are here to support us, man. Like,
The day I left, I heard they stopped selling sailors alcohol because we kept buying it
Yeah.
up on the island.
yeah,
and
they
no one else
stopped.
could get
They
any.
stopped selling us alcohol, and it made waves for sure. Everyone was really
I
bummed.
got out there just in
Yeah.
time.
Although you know what, it's good because that's actually very bad for you, everyone.
Yo, liba.
wise.
As long as
Coping
you-
wise, yeah.
Balance is key, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some good times though.
Good times.
A little bit of distance makes the world.
makes the heart fonder, you know.
Just like how when, remember our calls?
Calls.
Like when I would be calling you from
Oh,
Wake.
yeah.
This is so sweet.
You're just like
How are you calling her from? On the the
the
landline.
little payphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, I bet that bill was massive. Someone
Oh.
was probably looking at that phone, and be like, "Who keeps
Who
calling
the
Jacksonville,
fuck?"
Florida?"
I didn't have her phone memorized either.
Dude, I still never realized,
217.
too.
Okay, don't put it on the air.
If
That's
you
all I
ever go
know.
to-
That's all I know.
That's when I realized. If you ever go to
819?
jail,
Yeah.
I don't know the last four.
if you ever go to jail and like say like the one number you don't memorize, the one number you memorize is answer. Who are you calling?
Jimmy John's.
I need a sandwich stat.
It's like this is
I want
Carbondale.
subs,
I was really
dude.
thinking that. I was like, you're like, imagine getting like, God forbid, like getting like arrested on the weekend. Like my mom and my dad, I memorize their phone numbers. If they don't pick up, I'm screwed.
Yeah, I don't
I'm in there
have
for the
any
weekend.
numbers
How many
memorized.
phone numbers do y'all still have?
Two, I have two memorized. My mom and my dad and my home phone number.
I think
That's
I
three.
just have the home phone.
Mom changed her number, so I only know my dad's, my sister's, and our home phone, and like the Redad's home phone. Shout out the Redad's.
Wow.
It's an easy one.
Lord
I-
forbid you're in a jam.
I
man.
think I have one of my uncle's numbers memorized because it's like kind of almost all the same number.
Which
It's
one?
Really easy. Marty.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Marty McFly.
Shout out Marty.
Shout out Marty.
The truth is out there.
Was he a conspiracy guy?
Well, he's a priest.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So the conspiracy of heaven.
The Lord, Jesus is your true savior.
No, but
Sorry.
I do have. Do you want to talk about faith?
I'm down, bro.
Let me just share a little bit. I don't know where I am with my faith right now. I'm very much into the tradition of like Catholicism and like the rituals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that my connection with God is very strong right now.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. I just feel like all there is this world. I don't really feel his presence in my life on a day to day, and I feel like I definitely need that if I'm gonna make it this year and not drink. And with all the stuff that's going on with my career situation, and I don't know, it's something that could definitely use work. Also, I feel like Alyssa was telling me like for people to do very difficult things that like beat the odds, a lot of them do believe in a higher power. And I don't know if that's like a chicken or an egg kind of situation. Like I'm sure there's plenty that
Yeah,
also
It was
don't believe
kinda
in the higher
saying
power that are very unsuccessful. But then that's like God's challenge, like his plan for you. You can't ever question it. I don't know.
Maybe it's just where you're at. Like I don't know if you feel like less blessed right now because of your
I
life
do feel
situation,
blessed.
But
I
like,
don't know. This week especially, and doing everything with SARP and rehab with the Navy for the last 3 weeks, it's been really positive. But it's just something that needs a little tune up. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say the whole presence thing. I think one thing that is important to realize is you don't have to look too hard for it. Like the odds that we're on this planet and it's just the perfect distance from the sun, and it happens to have the perfect rotation so that the days are just the way they are, and your body is built the way it works so that you when you can breathe when you're unconscious when you go to sleep. Like there's so many like small things or grand things you can look at that like the intricacies are just like what more for me it's like what more heavens do I need? Like if we were like a couple hundred feet or yards close to the sun, we burn the fuck up. Or if we were like a couple hundred back, we like freeze. Or we just look at I don't know how things point back to like the earth, like I'm not the earth, but like God, like some like the way like organisms are. I'm not a scientist, but like when I was in like when I was
I
like,
feel
when I
you
was
though,
going through what I
man.
was going through, like I feel you the same way. It was just like why is all this bad
The
happening?
grand design is the evidence for it is all
Yeah,
around us.
yeah, and I feel like like some people try too hard, like if God's real, then let this happen right now, or
Or
this will
stop
happen.
all the starving and
Yeah.
all the starving children from.
And my biggest thing with that, when people like try to refute evidence, or like, why would God give someone cancer or a baby, like make a baby die? I think people forget the origin story of how Adam and Eve were kind of the first humans that kind of decided, okay, like God wanted this relationship with us, and they decided they didn't want God in it, so God stepped back, and biting that apple, and God stepping back allowed things like chaos and disorder to come into the world. So I think people forget that it's not God saying this baby needs to die, or I'm taking this family member from you because you weren't a good Christian. It's just God saying that, you're the earliest people
You're
I
gonna
put
have to
here.
go through some stuff.
Yeah, well, not even that, but like this is the result of me stepping back and you deciding that you don't want me involved. And that's why a relationship with God is so dominant on your sort of like pursuing of it. Because if I told you, if I told you, Alyssa, if Alyssa told you every day, I love you, I love you, I love you, how would you feel? You'd be like, this is great. She really wants to be with me. You know, I'm glad like she's genuinely here. But then a month later I said, oh, by the way, I've been paying her $2,000 a day to tell you that. How would you feel? You'd be like, damn, like this relationship isn't like.
I'd be like, where's that money at? What the hell?
But you'd be like, this relationship isn't genuine.
What the
like,
fuck? Give me a cut.
I can't tell if you really love me. And that's like how I see it with God. It's like, if everything was going well for you, of course you'd want to like love God and, you know, you'd be all for it. But it's when like things aren't going well and you realize that like, despite
does bring
all
up questions of free will and, you know, volition. You have to choose to pursue.
He's not going to force you to be in a relationship with him, but he definitely loves you enough to where if you decide that, he's all there for you. But at the same time, like I said, him stepping back from being involved with like humans because of how Adam and Eve decided they wanted to do what they wanted. That's where chaos and all that comes in. So I don't believe like God is out here smiting babies or infecting the world with plagues and all that. It's just a byproduct of an example of what happens when you just decide to push him away and that chaos comes in.
I think, you know, a lot of it is man's decisions. You know, there's a lot of
absolutely. I'm not gonna lie,
selfish
like,
decisions that, you know,
I've
affect
backslid.
our world. And
I'd like to say I'm a Christian, but coming back home, I've definitely like found myself engaging in certain things that I know.
Well, you're inspiring me, man. I'm gonna take that to heart and reflect on that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, because your whole thing reminded me of this Albert Einstein quote. Okay, it's like God did not create evil, just as darkness is the absence of light. Evil is just the absence of God.
Exactly. Exactly.
Course.
Or when people are like, "Oh, the Bible is used to justify slavery," and I'm like, "Well, no, we got to look at it. Like, it was bad people misconstruing something to justify it. It wasn't like, oh, this was written in the Bible that lesser people will be put under this for captivity and all that."
Yeah, that's another thing.
I was one of those people that were kind of like,
man, some Christians really skeeve me the frick out.
Yeah.
Not all. Obviously, a lot of them are beautiful testimony and live in his accordance, but like some people under the name of God are just doing like heinous and selfish
that
things.
Is any religion though, bro.
Yeah.
Catholicism, Islamic or Muslim, you know, like just because I say, hey, I believe in God and then I go out and kill 1,000 people doesn't mean this is what the religion stands for, you know. Yeah. That's just someone misrepresenting it.
Even just people of no religion.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that main cam, honestly, I don't feel like it's got the best look. I think these two are going to be doing most of the work, plus this.
I'm filling my drink right now.
Since we're kind of at a break with this one, let's go ahead and take it to break. And we're back. I love lamp, baby.
What up?
Talking about the lamps. We're drinking seltzers of the non-alcoholic variety.
Kombucha is so delicious. It's that vinegary taste.
My boy cares so much about my sobriety that he's drinking my last beer.
I'm showing him, yes.
And I appreciate that.
I'm here for him.
Thank you so much. Thanks for drinking it.
My boy.
All right, so this is I Love Lamp. We're here with Mateo. And this is, let's see, we talked about some relationship stuff. We're going to talk about some culture stuff. What are y'all, some culture stories y'all are feeling right now?
When you say culture story, you mean like?
Like pop culture, TV, movies.
Any events, upcoming events you're looking forward to?
Honestly, not really. I've been so busy at damn work. I just
can't relate.
I just don't really be paying attention. Like usually on the weekends, I'll like maybe hit a bar, hang out at home, but I really don't be going to any events. I'm looking forward to the summer though.
Summer in Jax, baby. We missed the last one.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did. I cannot wait.
What about y'all? Any events?
An escape room with my works in. I've never been, so I feel like it's gonna be really fun.
Let's see. You remember Jackie McCabe? My old roommate from Pensacola?
Yes, I remember Jackie.
She's getting married.
Oh.
In Tyler.
Texas?
Yeah.
Nice. You going to be there for that? Or?
Yeah, so I'm trying to take some leave to go to that.
I'm surprised they even care. You could probably just be like, hey, I'll be back next week. They'll be like, all right.
Yeah, that's the thing. No one has called me back
relaxed.
as far as getting me on a leave schedule. Like, I did everything to close the loops as far as, like, letting my command know that I'm done with SARP, but nothing. So I don't know what's happening with next week.
Hope it's not too hot down there. When's she getting married? What month?
It's like 2 weeks from now.
Oh, it'll be chilly.
Yeah, It'd be fine. It's not. It's about like this, maybe a little less humid.
Hell yeah, you got a speech ready.
I'm so ready to speak from the heart.
Are you gonna be like those people that like any last objections? Be like, I object.
I object.
Has anyone like
Jackie, I'm in love with you.
It's kind of pointless. Can you imagine that, like inviting someone to your wedding and like you think it's all friends and family, people that want to see you get married, and then out of nowhere some motherfucker just
I feel like
still
that's
love
such a
you.
movie thing, dude. They don't
Dude,
really do
that's
that.
what
Definitely.
Wedding Crashers was about.
Definitely.
You thought that's what it was like, crash it at the
Yeah.
end, not just crash the party and try and sleep with the bridesmaids.
What's
Yeah.
worse than that? Like, so they do object, and then the bride or the groom's like, I can't do this either, and then like run off together, and you're just like, what
Or
What the
when
hell?
the bride doesn't show up or something and everyone's
Ooh,
there. Or
I'd
like
say that's better
other
though,
person.
because at least it's not like, I don't know, like you're waiting till the moment.
That doesn't really fit.
That's just I don't know. I can't think of anything worse. I'd probably like catching your like fiance cheating maybe like the night before, or, like on the day of. I've seen videos of that, like in the limo or.
Okay, what if your fiance was like stupid drunk? Would that be offensive to you?
I
She
Or
got
like
really
on
wasted?
drugs? Yeah.
She got really wasted.
Like it just seemed like she just needs too much courage for it. Like
oh, if she
I
had
feel
to,
like plenty of people actually do that though. Like
I'd
they'll
say
be
no.
like banging shots like at their. I
'cause
know
think
it's just
some
like an
people are-
anxiety thing.
It's just like a very big like life event. It's just
Yeah.
like okay, like you're committing to one person. and
Yeah,
Some people have anxiety, but I
Yeah.
think it kind of might. Sorry, it might be a red flag a little bit. Just like
could be a red flag
Well,
if you're like trying to numb the feeling. of
Depending
the
how you
last
get married
day.
too, because it's like kind of like a service type
Yeah.
of thing. And you're not supposed to like show up drunk to those.
Yeah, just
So
like
it's
I didn't know
sober
that.
for the service, drunk at the reception, the
Yeah.
dance.
I was gonna say after party. That's what it's called, a reception.
After party is in the honeymoon suite. Hey yo, it's like why are there like
Hey,
5
yo.
people here?
Holy.
Why are there like 25 people in here, all wearing masks and leather?
I see what you're into now, Mr. Jeremy.
Hey yo, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, right.
But I
What
meant more
if,
like pop culture, guys. We talked about what we're up to.
That was something we're looking forward to.
We want to be the first people on this show. You know about Peacock?
The streaming app?
It's like the 6th most popular streaming service.
Yeah, I do not use it. Sorry, Peacock. I don't want to mess up your endorsements down the road.
We're trying to be the first people on like
What
this
endorse you
on the block for this new show, Poker Face, starring you know that lady that from
She's in
Orange is the New
Orange is Black.
Black. It's like
I think
Natasha
her
something.
name
I
is
watched the
Red.
first season.
Yeah.
Red. Is that the crazy chick with the little twist in her hair? No.
Let
I
me
don't know if
fucking
they were
find out her
twists.
name, man. Anyway, we want to be like covering it maybe week to week and become the leading Poker Face podcast in addition to being the Lamp Pod.
I
Sounds like an
haven't
endorsement
watched
deal.
it yet. I don't even know if it's out, but
It comes out on the 26th is when it starts.
Thursday.
a really good show
Yeah.
on Peacock.
Natasha Lyonne. Sorry, go ahead.
The Fresh Prince one.
Oh,
Oh,
the remake?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
Have
It's
you
like a
seen
drama
that? Bel
now.
Air.
I saw the
Yeah.
like advertisements for it. I
Yeah.
don't like how it's got taking more of a serious tone, but I should
It's
check it out.
good.
It's
though.
still funny on occasion, but
Mm.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's like a drama. Definitely.
Jeffrey's like this big guy.
He's like a
really
freaking
different.
hitman.
Yeah,
The butler?
Yeah, he's still British, but he's not a joke anymore.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
He's like, you want me to take care of him?
I tell you what, governor,
I'll
You
tell you
just-
what, I'll run up on the ops.
eat your dinner, isn't it? And then I'll handle the rest of it, mate.
21
That's my
scallywag.
best British right there. Are you guys good at accents?
I don't think so. I need to practice.
Hello, how are you?
Aries!
You seen those
Oh.
TikToks where it's like they make some fun of something in Britain, like why are these trees gated? And then like the next clip will be like something with the most fucked up teeth you've ever seen, and then be like, well, at least I can do me algebra in school, and not worried about getting shot up in it. And it's like,
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
sad, isn't it?
Bit sad.
hey,
isn't
bro,
it?
what's your knickers here?
What's some other fun accents?
I mean, oh my goodness, big boy. What the hell, motherfucker?
Scooby Dooby.
Hello.
Hello.
I love me some
British
bugs.
pranks.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to get fucked up.
Use what's the Middle Eastern dude? He does is like, hello, I am. Yes, I'm Ahmed. I'm here to get the died cock.
That's
Yeah.
cook. Samoka.
You don't hang up on me or something. He always says that. Calls.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
yeah.
Oh my goodness!
So anyway,
Hilarious.
it's about a mystery comedy drama where like the main character can always tell if someone's lying.
There's too many genres in one. A mystery comedy
Drama.
drama.
Yeah. Written by Ryan Johnson, who did Knives Out and Glass Onion.
I heard
You
of
see
that.
that?
I haven't seen it, but I heard of it.
You seen Knives Out though, right?
No, I haven't seen Knives Out.
It's
I
like
know some theaters.
it's
murder
a
mystery.
Yeah, murder mystery. Freaking James Bond.
Yeah, it's like an all-star cast, right?
Yeah, both of them are pretty loaded, kind of ensemble deals. But what else? That '90s show. Have either of y'all checked that out?
No.
It just dropped. So kind of playing on the nostalgia from that '70s show. You know, was in the '90s about the '70s, and now
Kind of rewatching like Martin, and then I'm in an anime right now, like Chainsaw Man. Trying to get back.
I've
caught
heard
up.
about Chainsaw Man.
Very
That's
good.
from the same people as One Punch Man. Or no?
Probably the animation style seems similar, but it's so good.
Is it?
So
It's like
good.
absurd. His hands are chainsaws, or
So it's about like demons and like people hunt demons and they make contracts with them. But like this guy's demon like made a contract with him. It's inside of him, and basically like he's like this like supernatural dude, super strong, and they're trying to take down the gun demon, which is it sounds ridiculous explaining it, but the animation is so fire.
are you an
See, that
anime,
could be
babe?
good.
Any anime?
No, not
I've been
really.
trying. I've tried to get you into some in the past, right?
I think so.
I know
just don't
Haikyuu.
like it.
Haikyuu, everybody.
I'm not big on the I'm not big on the sports ones, but like
That's the only sports one that I'm into, but it's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Please, you gotta get into it.
The
The way I didn't think I would be. I wasn't a volleyball fan until I started watching it, and I still kind of am. I'm not.
it's
but
volleyball. I thought it was soccer. It's volleyball. Oh.
Haikyuu is volleyball. Yeah.
I'm into more of the gory like fantasy ones, or like Attack on Titan, or
Ooh.
stuff like that.
I don't
Very
know
good.
any of these. The shows I waiting for aren't out yet. Like
What are you waiting
that movie with Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill.
The you
And also
people.
You, the new season.
Oh, you was very.
know,
So
it's so
you
creepy, I
and
can't
you
wait.
people.
Yeah.
You was so
I'm
good.
very
Dang
excited
it!
for
I
those.
still haven't gotten into you.
We can watch it together. It's so creepy.
What about Ozark? You guys watch that?
Oh no, but
Great
I've heard it's good.
I couldn't get
So
into
good.
it.
Marty Bird.
I really liked.
13
Breaking
Reasons Why.
Bad.
Breaking Bad's great. Very good show. I watched that in college.
Isn't that's what I've heard, that it's kind of like Breaking Bad, like
Ozark? Yeah, but instead of drugs, think money laundering.
oh,
Same thing. And it's so crazy. You gotta watch it, bro.
okay, I'll get into it eventually.
So good.
What about
Throwback, but Succession.
Succession is
Yeah.
coming back this year.
I'm not seeing this show.
It's like on HBO, media, family conglomerate, like power plays.
Okay.
Gotta wait a while for Kristen Knows Best. I think there are some like episodes coming out, but it's not gonna be filmed for a while.
Gotcha.
And what's based on the game? Freaking The Last of Us just started on HBO.
No way.
Yeah.
That sounds dope. I know the games are pretty fire. I haven't played either one, but I've seen gameplay of the first one. The second one looks insane. Just the level of detail.
I've actually never played the second one, but I really need to get into.
Have you seen the clips? Like you shoot someone in the leg and blow their leg off, and they'll like sit there and scream for help as they bleed out.
What the
It's
heck?
very gory, but very like immersive. It's
Hey,
like
yo, I
it's
know
pretty crazy.
They have like one of those A1 developers that they're like some of the
Yeah.
best that
Oh,
PlayStation has
it
to
looks
offer.
so good. It's linear though. I wish it was more open world. I think it's open world, but there's like a linear story. You can't just
I'm
like.
kind of over the open world, man. I want to
I
like.
love
I
open
want to
world,
be.
dude. Like
I
Fallout.
want something crafted to me, man.
I love Fallout.
I don't mind some hallways if it's gonna be
Well, I mean, like it's like
attention to detail.
it's
I
like
don't know.
open world, but it's like you can only go certain places. Like,
I see.
yeah, like yeah. So, but no,
Anyway, the show just came out
that sounds
this past
crazy.
Sunday. Second episode comes out this Sunday. Freaking Pedro Pascal is the main guy, and then I forget what her name is from Game of Thrones also, and who voiced
Game of Thrones is
Hilda.
good too. I never finished it, but
Don't finish it, man.
I literally everyone was like the last season sucked, and I was like,
Just don't
dang.
finish it. Yeah, kind of
Sheesh.
ended on a weird way. But yeah, that's
Oh, Palais.
dang it.
I like that soundboard.
Ooh, have a fun little.
It's tapes, though. It's very long.
Hey yo,
That's what
where
he
are we?
or she said. Yeah.
Okay. What to talk about?
I would love to play one of those games y'all play.
Yeah. So this
Let's
is like
do
the,
it.
If we
Yeah.
can.
the question one. Do you want to pull one out?
I love asking questions. Pull it out.
Probably needs a little shuffled.
Those are giant.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 decks of cards. It's like
Ooh.
billboards.
Wow. Okay.
What game is this?
It's not a game. It's just 100 questions.
Oh, cool.
Can incompatibility ever be a strength in a relationship?
Yeah, definitely. Like say like so your lady's more shy and you're more outgoing, it's very incompatible because she might want to stay home. You might want to get out there and do something new. But I think,
okay. I was like, that almost seems like complimentary. I'm kind of
so it's like
over
opposites
what
attract. If anything, like it's been like society's kind of turned that into like, yeah, like if you are different, then you're probably the best for each other because the experiences are a lot more unique and exciting versus if you both like skydiving. No one's gonna be like, wow, this is so eye-opening. I mean, it's just like I've done this so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
I
done it
guess
with
you could be challenged by a person who sees things differently than you.
I think the biggest thing for relationships is just safely and making getting outside of your comfort zone attractive. You know, it's like normally you wouldn't do this, but you're with someone you like, and it's like, okay, like I'm willing to expand my horizons for this person.
Whereas from your own volition, you'd be like, no, that's really not for me.
Yeah.
I just see incompatibility as like, it's almost framing it in a negative way versus like just being opposite and compatible.
That's how I took it. You took it as like in general as being incompatible.
Yeah.
I took it as like certain character traits.
Yeah. Because I could see being opposite, but being complementary, and then that's like a good thing. But being incompatible just makes it sound like, dang, you're like trying to make two pieces that don't fit together.
That's something I also learned, like just from my experience. There is no perfect person for anyone.
That's true.
Everyone is incompatible with everyone. You may click and like certain things, but
on a certain wavelength. But
yeah,
then
if you're with someone
on
long
another
enough, you'll
wavelength-
realize that you like things they don't like, and then they don't like doing things you don't like or you like doing. And it's just like no one is 100% compatible with anyone.
And then I think what you mentioned before, as far as people changing, can honestly be a good thing if you like start out less compatible and like grow to be more compatible. But you know, maybe you want to be heading in that direction.
That's the goal
already.
Yeah, that's the goal.
It's definitely food for thought. Any thoughts on that one, babe?
I
Incompatibility
feel like
is a strength.
incompatible, yeah, because they always like opposites attract. Or like if
Yeah.
I'm thinking like a team, if you have people that are doing like the same thing, same strengths, it's not a good team. You need like one person that's good at this stuff and one person that's like good at this stuff, and then like coming together,
That's a really
Yeah.
good point.
growing
Yeah.
together. So
It's like you're covering
know.
each other.
I completely
Yeah.
agree with what you're
Yeah.
saying, but that honestly makes y'all sound compatible.
I think it's the fact that you're incompatible that makes you compatible. In a way,
Yeah.
like you can just cover. I'm better at this.
incompatible,
You're better
but
at
good
this.
working together.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm about to
So,
define compatibility.
I just looked up incompatible.
Listeners
are like,
what are they
because
talking
I was like so opposed in character.
I
as
just
to
in my
be
head it just means
incapable of existing together.
Okay, and then compatibility is the quality of being compatible. That's not helpful.
I hate when
The
they
quality of being.
describe a word with the word.
It's like, thank you. The quality of power of being compatible or congruous. Congruity.
Congruent shapes.
So maybe
Exactly the same.
it's like likeness
Mm-hmm.
versus being like opposites attract could be.
I think it just comes down to
incompatibility,
how specific you're being. If in general like incompatibility, if it's just like in general, she's just not for him, they're incompatible. That's one
Mhm.
thing. But if I think of like character traits or like personality things, I'd say like you may
that could
like
be a plus.
you like ice cream, but I don't. But you know that's a bad example. But just like how opposites attract, basically. Yeah.
in which two or more things are able to exist or perform together in combination without problems or conflict.
That's exactly what she described.
So basically,
Teamwork.
conflict or problems could actually be a good thing
Your
because then
weakness
you're
is-
challenging yourself, you're growing, you're expanding as a person or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I buy
That was
that.
a deep one.
I buy that.
Yeah.
That's
Can I
this
pick one?
box, man. They're all little stumpers.
Get one out the
It's
middle.
not like the answer is like Wisconsin or it's not gonna be something just one worded.
I don't want that one. It wasn't bad.
Hey yo, what was it?
It was like describe a piece of art you like and why.
Oh, that would be. Oh, I guess
I
we
wouldn't do
kind of
that one.
sort of did that.
Fuck. These are deep.
All right, you're going with it. You're going with it.
No, this sucks too. All right, one more chance.
Oh
One more
my
chance.
gosh,
It says it's better to give money to government or charity.
that would get political quick.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to the poll again.
I might pull it out and like make stacks.
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
We could even try some of these different boxes.
Oh, if you had married your first boyfriend/girlfriend, what might your life be like now? Probably terrible.
Okay, story time. Let's.
Oh, I mean, my first
just bullet points. Bullet points.
my first girlfriend was in college. It was cool, I guess. I swear, I think she didn't like me because I was a virgin.
She only liked you, or she didn't like
Well, I
you?
remember like I was hanging out with them, and then like I don't know what we were doing, but it came out like I was a virgin. And like, really? And I was like, yeah. And then I remember we had math class together, and then I helped her do her math. The math was so damn easy, and I was like, "There's no way she's like, we're in college, like, come on now." But yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was one of those relationships that was kind of based on sex. I wasn't good at it at the time because I was a fucking virgin, and then we broke up. We broke up next semester. She wasn't training shit, dude.
She was just laying there.
Not even that. It was just like, I don't know. It was weird. I was like still figuring out like what it was like to be with a girl for the first time, and
You were a high school virgin.
you know,
Even counting.
oh, dude. So living on a military base or growing up on one,
Oh,
I was like,
yeah,
I
you
lived
on
a
that
sheltered,
brat
not
life,
sheltered
dude.
life. Like, if I ever wanted to hang out after school, I couldn't because I had to catch the school bus, which was usually waiting outside, and I would go straight home. I remember there was a few times, like I was hanging out with this little like Hispanic chick, and we were like walking around because we skipped art class, and I kid you not, she was so pretty. She was like, "Hey, do you want to like come back to my place?" And I was like, "I can't. I have to catch the school bus."
Dang.
Bro, I was like, "Who
It's
knows?"
like, what is my
happened?
life right
Yeah.
now?
Or like all the stuff I would have got into had I like, you know, been able to like fool around after school and then maybe go home like 5 or 6 o'clock. I don't know, but like
You would probably be a completely different
sheltered,
person,
not
man.
sheltered. I don't think I'd be different, but I definitely think I'd be like, I don't know. I probably would have been exposed to stuff sooner, like
Crack.
probably like sex or drugs or alcohol, definitely.
Well, you know, there's no rush on being exposed to that stuff, man.
not at all. But if it's
Honestly.
like if the people you hang out do it,
Not that I've been exposed to it.
but if like the people you hang out do it, it's kind of like, you know how it is. Like you want to fit in and you don't be a square. So it's like maybe I take a sip or a puff of something, but I don't know, man. Like who knows? But I think if I had married that chick, oh no, bro, I'd be super sad.
Dodged a bullet. LFG.
Well, she broke up with me, so I didn't have to dodge anything.
What's your record? Breakups being versus broken up with?
She's the only girl that's ever broken up with, or I'd say 2 breakups, and then I broke up with her. I don't know, 2 to 1, but
It's a good KD ratio.
I don't count. I don't know. It's
You're not counting flings. It's
Well,
gotta
yeah,
be
I'm
like
not
a
in a
real ass relationship. Yeah.
yeah. I'd say maybe 2 to 2.
Approve.
50%.
Approve of that. All right.
Are you gonna answer?
She got
it?
Liz. Oh, what?
I feel like do we all answer them? We did the last one.
Oh yeah, go for it. I'm
Well,
gonna cut that ahead. I want to do that for every card.
I feel like we're obviously not together today for a reason, so I'm sure it wouldn't be well.
You're with a winner now, anyways. So. And he's hot.
Shut up.
Touch me like that. She's watching.
Phrasing. Married your first boyfriend, girlfriend.
Alyssa was still.
Oh yeah,
She
go
wasn't
on,
done.
go on.
You were like, obviously you're not together now. That's it.
Well, so it wouldn't be good. I feel like my life would. What would your life be like now? It would be like not fun. I feel like I'd just be miserable because it's not what I wanted.
I got
I
you.
feel that.
Well, you playboy.
There's a version of me that is just not me that I could have made it work. I feel like I'd be more like my parents.
Can you explain that? There's a version of you that could have made it work.
Like the high school sweetheart thing. So my first girlfriend was in high school, maybe like sophomore year, and then or maybe freaking like 8th grade to sophomore, junior year, kind of flamed out. I don't know. I kind of just, I don't know really what happened.
So young though, you know.
Yeah. It just
don't
felt
know
like I didn't
anything.
know anything. I'm not ready to like start a
I'd be
family.
scared. You haven't
I feel like
experienced life.
if life was way harder, I feel like all of us would have gotten married
Like if it was like
sooner.
post World War II or
Exactly. You know what I mean?
like post
Like,
World War I or pre World War II. Yeah, like you meet that girl, you're gonna lock it down because
yeah.
you're gonna die in the next.
'Cause
Like,
you know what?
10 years.
The economy, what is that?
It was
Like
different
there's
back then,
freaking
huh?
warfare and bloodshed, and you know we
And
gotta
then, like,
repopulate.
Women
this
were a lot
country.
more traditional back then too. I feel like you know, like you really kind of like locked it in back in the day.
It's
you know?
more expectation that you start a family.
Yeah, like
as
by like
well.
as soon as you could. Because
I'm
you'd be
so
off.
glad that I didn't, but I think I'd be fine. Honestly, I feel like I'd be like like I wouldn't really fully ever understand myself, but I would learn a lot more about being like a father.
What? You'd have kids? What?
I feel like
I
people who
guess,
get
like-
married to their first girlfriend like have like at least 2 kids at this point.
You
Maybe,
lost
like,
me there, brother.
4.
But I understand what you're saying.
I guess like if you were there but you didn't know about this life, it would be good. Like I could imagine.
I could be
myself,
divorced already
like,
too, so
adapting
yeah.
to any situation and making
Yeah.
it good.
Yeah.
But it's like if I knew. What if you knew?
I
this
wish
could
I
be your
knew.
life,
Oh, I get what
like,
you're
versus
saying.
not knowing.
So you'd be okay
so
because
are you
have
in your
no.
own head, or are you in your head?
You,
now?
I don't know. Like you wouldn't have anything to compare it to, so you might just like from what your surroundings are. Like make yourself okay with it. You know what I mean?
It's like the multiverse.
Yeah.
There's a multiverse.
So what you're saying is, so basically, if you knowing how life is now, would you, or not knowing that how your life is now, would you have stayed with her? Like if you, I don't know. I thought how you were saying like if you.
Should you think about it knowing about your future already or not knowing?
That's what I was taking into
I
consideration.
would think not knowing.
If I didn't know, then I would still say no because that would have been a terrible marriage.
What would your life be like now? Is
it's
kind
like
of the
knowing
question.
what you know now, I guess.
I think I'd still be where I'm at in terms of like job and career, but in terms of like experience, like I would be so like behind the curve. Or, I wouldn't know myself as well as I do now.
The tricky thing is I just don't remember my high school self all that much. Like what I was like.
I was very goofy and outgoing.
Maybe I'm not even that different. I just like thinking that I am. But
we're definitely just more immature, I'd say. But or is he still the same?
I imagine. What if did you like block it out for a reason?
Probably.
Or just because it was so long ago.
I just feel like I've lost some innocence at some point along the way.
That happens as you grow up.
Yeah, man.
I remember seeing my first drunk person in college. I was so like concerned for their well-being. I was sad and frightened for them.
Are you okay?
Dude, I literally was like, this sucks. Like, I hope he's okay.
You're dying.
Is he gonna make it home? Yeah,
They're
I was
dying.
like, is he gonna like survive? And then I guess like maybe like a year further in college, like you see a drunk person, just like, oh, that person's trash.
Overdid it.
Just like see them on the side with
like have a Bloody Mary in the morning. Keep it pushing, you know.
That innocence definitely does go away.
Although I don't know, maybe more of a pure person. Or divorced. You know, they said if you marry them, not that you stuck with them. So ultimately, happy for the path that we're on now. I don't think I would be miserable though.
Agreed. That's not one reason why. Like, I know you can get a hypoallergenic dog, but like,
he rolls in mud all the time, so it's almost like he's not.
He's just bringing in enough filth to make up for it.
Freaking goober.
Okay, we're back on I Love Lamp.
Back and we're black, baby.
And we're Asian.
Some of us.
And we're
She's
female.
wearing black.
Oh, guys, player 4's downstairs.
Shut that behind you, maybe.
We're tuning him out. Sorry, buddy.
Just giving a shout out.
Okay, so we're playing a little 100 questions. We'll do one more, and then maybe we try one of these other boxes.
Oh yeah, I'll just do one.
Okay.
These are like.
So these range from like relationship to just like random. Because the one about giving money to government charity, I was like.
The conversation.
It just caught me off guard. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
well,
debate, conversation, whichever way you want to spin it.
We've done a lot of these, so I'm just like.
How many cards are there? It's like
100.
Oh, really? I was gonna say maybe like 150, 200, but
it's called 100 questions. So.
comes with a random number, like 375 questions.
Oh, Betty, I have never counted them all. So,
is there an art to loading the dishwasher?
Yes.
Is that really what it says?
Yes. 1,000,000,000% yes.
All right.
Yeah, like Tetris.
Yes.
How many can you fit in?
Oh my.
Yeah, definitely. My style, obviously, glasses up top, plates on the bottom, and then the little thing for utensils. But with those three general principles, there's a lot of,
the
finagling to be
ones
doing.
mess everything up, like the food containers.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones.
Try to stand them up, but if you can't, you gotta hand wash those.
Cutting
suckers.
boards are like too big.
Some weeks you have way more glasses than plates, and vice versa.
It's just like, you mean like glass cups on top, or?
Yeah.
I usually put glasses and bowls up top, and then plates, pots, pans, and cutting boards like bottom.
I wish bowls were just easier to fit in the
they take
washing
up
machine.
so much space.
'Cause I just like bowls almost for every.
I say washing machine. Hey, however you
washing machine. Dang it!
Why do my clothes have
It's
spaghetti
a
sauce
washing
on them?
machine.
Why don't my bowls break?
What the hell?
I was gonna say, do you guys like have a preference for forks and knives facing down, or do you just throw them in there?
Our thing has like slots where you put it in, so they're all facing up. But
Forks facing up,
but I
knife
kind of like
facing
them
down.
down.
I put forks on it. You never
pull
know.
them out, they're not
Shoots up.
the end.
Oh.
Like when you put it away.
Oh, you put them down?
I
Or you
like
try-
to do it that
before
way.
we
but
had
our
the-
thing is that way,
So you don't touch the prongs when you pull them out?
I guess you just keep your hands clean.
Yeah.
And you empty the dishwasher.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. What's next? Another card?
Yeah, or another game.
Another game.
I
Another
kind
game.
of like. Well, which one?
That one's
That's not a
picked
game.
over.
Where do you guys get
Forgot
all your
what
games
these
from?
are.
Target.
These two were both gifts.
That seemed like a Target couple.
we be
No,
going
these
to Target.
were gifts.
You don't be at Walmart, do y'all? I
love
frequent
Walmart.
Walmart.
We frequent the neighborhood Walmart.
You do live in a nice neighborhood, though.
So we could just answer these normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Or why
I was-
do you love Walmart? That's your like go-to one.
Usually just cheaper and they have more stuff. At least for me, like when I go into Target, like the grocery aisles, the grocery area is usually kind of like. Not saying it's not good, but like it feels like it's very limited.
Yeah, it is limited.
Whereas I go to Walmart,
comparatively.
like they have like the cheap crap, and then they have like the kind of higher end crap,
like
and then
the
the in between.
value.
Yeah,
They have everything.
and I am not bougie.
I dig the neighborhood Walmart.
I will
that we're
buy
close
some
to.
great value graham crackers or Pop Tarts.
Although you gotta love the Blicky, man.
If I'm trying to look
Publix.
for a new snack or
Great
something
sandwiches.
different,
It's a little over. It's a little. I don't want to call it overpriced.
it's like below Whole Foods, but above like Walmart.
Yeah, definitely is.
but Target and like Sprouts have like the best cool new snacks. Or, like
Sprouts?
fresh. Sprouts Market. They have like
I
a
heard of that.
bakery.
We
It's
hardly ever
more-
go there.
I know, but I like
There's
going
one in
to
Florida?
It's
Oh,
like
wow.
down the road.
There's one on Atlantic on Beach.
I don't live over here.
Beach in Tamaya.
I don't live over here.
What you live like in North Jacks, right?
North side by the airport.
North side. We still
North
need to get
side.
we still need to get a little boat. Get a Walmart boat and we can freaking
Did he tell you about that?
get in those ponds
No.
that they tell us not
When I
to
went to
get
go
in.
buy my gun, we were like, it was like right before Christmas, and he was like, I need a shed, and I was like, I'll buy you a shed if you buy me a boat for my little pond in my backyard. But no, that thing flips over, man. I'm gonna be very upset.
Oh, can you imagine? It'd be freaking
Can you just
filthy.
get
Buy a
like
gator.
a pedal boat?
That's what I'd want.
Yeah.
Something small.
It'd be fun.
No, like a little motor would be dope.
A motor?
Yeah. It's just in the back.
I
You
just
do
want
this
something like
little skiff.
give me the mechanical energy one. I
jet
don't want to
ski.
fill it up with.
Just-
Let's get a yacht,
if I retain in the Navy, I'm getting a jet ski.
dude. Those are so expensive.
I'm just kidding.
They're like
I'm just kidding.
$10,000.
No, I won't. I will
Get a
consider
jet ski and
motorcycle
rent it out to the little neighborhood kids. I
Oh,
make my money
yeah.
back like
Get
that.
soon. 'cause
until
they're on
somebody
road.
gets hurt, man.
I was gonna ask y'all for New Year's, were they popping off fireworks like crazy over here?
A little bit. Gus kind of got scared.
Oh,
Yeah. What
But
was
not.
New Year's? We had family over, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
it was wild over my side. Like
Yeah, I think that's where the show
Boom,
was
boom.
more.
they were going crazy. I'm talking just like I'm driving down the street going to my house, and like the level of fireworks I saw like in such a close proximity, I was like, these are like professional grade. Why are they like launching these in between houses?
Right.
That's Duval, baby.
It's like 30 yards off the ground, like
That's how we do
professional grade pyrotechnics.
in the Vol.
I'm like, something's gonna burn down.
Oh man.
We can't do that in Illinois. Like you're not.
Because
allowed
of the
to-
government.
No.
Well, like in
I don't know if it's
Chicago,
a
like in the city?
fire
It's
Probably
hazard.
drier.
It's probably that, but I mean, like, if it's in the city, probably the buildings.
I bet it's like that in most states. It's just
People don't know what they're
Florida. We don't
doing.
give a fuck.
And if they blow up too
Yeah.
close to the ground or windows, people
People in
get hurt.
Missouri can. So
We just
sometimes
don't care.
They'll just like sneak over and like buy them, but it's like when you light them, you're just kind of like, hey, I'm over here. Like, but I don't
Easy
think
to
people
find.
get in trouble for it that often
Huh.
unless you start a fire.
I knew a paramedic, and she said New Year's and 4th of July is the day they get the most, like
People's fingers blown
alerts.
off.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
people's fingers, or like I saw a video where they put a firecracker on some dude's head, and
Come
it's supposed to
on
shoot up in
now.
the air, but they kind of, I'm like, dude, like I don't care what type of firework it is, like if this just happens to like explode,
You guys remember Terry?
put it in reverse, Terry.
Back it up. What is you
Oh
doing?
Lord, what you doing, Terry?
Oh,
Terry, put in reverse.
that he was
He
supposed
was
to
in
get
like a-
away from
Yeah.
fireworks.
And his chair was like malfunctioning. Then it started going off.
Put in
Reverse,
reverse, Terry.
And then the recording just kept recording. He didn't like help him. Go
Yeah.
move out the way.
That's terrible.
That's
Oh,
terrible.
I really miss Vine. feel like
I
that
do
was from Vine.
too.
I love TikTok, but Vine's just
Vine's just
something
different.
Special.
It's probably just because y'all were younger.
I don't know.
It was literally all we had. It's like
TikTok's pretty fire.
TikTok is Vine, but Vine was just first.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like TikTok is the
Yeah.
new Vine. That's how. If it was reverse, if TikTok came out, we'd be like Vine's the new TikTok.
People are pretty like nostalgic for like MySpace too. It's just more innocent.
Never had one.
They're trying to like not trying to sell your data. You know, they're just
We don't know that.
people social networking and stuff. Yeah, we actually don't know, but they had less in place to like take advantage of all that data. You know, just less data.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right, how does this game even work?
I don't know. They're just like questions. A game
So
of
it's a
stories.
game called Where Should We Begin? By Esther Perel. Cool box. I think either my mom or Michelle got it for us. Are there like rules?
Noise. Y'all watch Family Guy?
Of course.
There was an episode where Lois wanted them to spend more family time, and so like they were gonna play a game, and she started reading the rules.
What
I don't know if
happened?
you ever like try to play a new game. The rules were just so complicated
yeah,
and
and they
drawn
just-
out, and they were all like made this face like, why? Like, why are we doing this?
Like, no, we're not doing that.
Dude, what the heck's going on right here?
Hey, yo.
Take me out.
Pause. You must focus on.
I
next
guess we
game.
can. Do you want to do it how you play or just like pull them out? Because really, we would just like all have 7 cards, and we would both give you a question to ask, and then you would pick between them and tell a story about it.
I'm cool with the current
Versus-
format, unless you want to
Yeah.
do it.
Let's do it.
What we're doing right now.
Just pulling up and reading them.
I
or-
forgot what kind of things are on the cards to begin with.
They're just questions like the other one, but they're just different questions.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do it like before.
If I wrote a book, its title would be
You go first.
The Bible Part 2. No, I'm kidding.
She was the
Um,
chosen.
Jesus Christ, too, Alyssa Lowe, in the flesh.
No, probably just like the autobiography of Alo. Keep it simple.
Needs more of a hook.
Because my name isn't there yet, but once it's there, it will be. It's like the autobiography of Gucci Mane.
A loading. How I
How about you?
day by day
Focus
become
on your
myself.
title.
Let's see. The germ pandemic.
Actually, I
The
would
germ
change
pandemic.
mine to low-key list. The keys of success of there.
How to win friends and alienate people.
Oof.
What's yours about? How to wash your hands?
Ooh.
Germinator?
Roasted.
I read a really good book called All My Friends Are Going to Be Strangers.
Mm. I
It
get
hooked
that.
me from the title. From Larry McMurtry. He was really good. It was about a guy who like lives in Houston and like goes and I think he moves to like California to be a writer or something. I don't know. Hooked me with that emo ass title.
Yeah.
What about you, Mateo?
I don't know. Thinking about it, I'd probably say, what do I really want? By Mateo. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, just in terms of relationship and just work and just in life, what do I really want?
I think the tough part is like it's got to be for your whole life.
Yeah.
Like if you focused in on like a certain section of it, I think titles would come more naturally.
Yeah.
I think that's generally what like a memoir is versus an autobiography. Like autobiographies, the understanding is that it's your whole life. And a memoir is like, okay, this, period where I was in the military or I went to such and such, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Because the story, I mean, you stop writing it. It's always adding on to it. Every day is a new page.
Yeah, because so much could happen to you after you like publish your book, and you're like, man, I needed that.
This would have
Yeah.
been way better ending.
Yeah.
This is kind of not the funniest example, but like, for example, Green Lights,
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey, which I just listened to on audiobooks. So good.
Yeah.
But recently after that was published, like the shooting in Uvalde, that's his hometown. That's like where
Oh,
he
wow.
grew up.
Yeah.
It's like a massive tragedy for this nation and everything. He's like he said he went back and it's just like having all these happy memories. It just feels more like a dream that has no relation to the devastation that they had just experienced and shit. I was like, damn, kind of a bummer. But
It is wild.
yeah.
I pick a card.
Yeah, pick a card.
Any guy.
Oop. Oh, the person I find most annoying is. I'm gonna go with like a type of person and not a name. I feel like people that always gotta like try to big dick you or one up you. It's so annoying. Like,
Yeah.
I have someone in mind.
oh, I just went to this. Oh, who performed? Oh, well, when I saw so and so, like just people that just feel like I don't know.
Yeah,
just have to
dude.
like validate or invalidate you.
Yeah. It seems like they're never really listening. They're just waiting for their turn to talk.
Mm-hmm. Or even in that way, like invalidate you, like when they feel like if you're around like a group of girls or a group of guys and they feel like they gotta like,
Stunt.
yeah, that's annoying too.
Yeah. Those are both really great examples.
Something that happened more like growing up. I don't really see the stunning too much nowadays, but definitely the whole like validate your
Trying
experience.
to big bro you or
Yeah. What about y'all?
someone that's annoying. It's usually guys.
Girls can be annoying too.
Definitely, but I just feel like it's easier to remove yourself from a situation with girls.
So you
Actually, I don't know that. That's
are you just gonna pick an entire gender?
no. I'm just.
Oh.
I feel like I'm more likely to be annoyed by a guy. Maybe that's like a sexist thing.
What type of guy?
Your example is pretty good. Like someone who's just waiting. Like I just feel like they're just waiting for their turn to talk, or they're just talking all the goddamn time. It doesn't relate to what the general like group is going on about.
Like you're talking about like we're having like a general conversation. Dude comes like, hey man, where the women at? Or let's talk about when's our next drink?
Where the
Like, bro,
women
like,
at?
What?
I don't know. I've been having the fortune of not
Alyssa's
being
got some good
annoyed
ones.
by anyone in particular for a while.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Same here.
because I've been doing SARP. We're all working on our recovery and stuff. Some people are like fiending more than others, like as far as missing drinking and stuff. But generally, everybody's there to work on themselves. And shit. So.
What about you?
about
Yeah,
you?
as a
I'm about to
lady.
go missing.
What? No, I hate being annoyed. So I feel like when I was younger, I'd be just annoyed all the time by like so many people. Like now, I think it's just generally people who are just negative, complain a lot type of thing.
Like
Maybe
Oh, please.
That is a good one.
kind of, or just like I don't know. If I'm like at work or somewhere else where they're just like complaining a lot, I feel like it brings down the energy of the
Complainers.
group, and it's kind of like that annoys me. But I also try to like be aware of that because I don't like being annoyed, so I just try to be more like accepting of those people. And like maybe they're having a bad day or something because I don't want to be annoyed.
Yeah.
definitely complainers who aren't making steps to make it better.
Like it's different if they're like doing something about it, but like when they aren't, it's like frustrating.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, let me pick one. The one that got away.
Oh. I've already caught her.
Oh, the most unexpected compliment I've ever received.
I've been told I look better in person. Yeah.
Shade room. But no, that's better.
I don't think I'm very photogenic anyways. So it was kind of like it was unexpected, but it was kind of something I felt
That's
like I
freaking
agreed
camera
with.
sensors being
Well, I
biased
don't know,
towards
man.
white people.
I don't even know about that, but like, I don't know. I'm not really one to like post pictures of myself. So it's like when I do take pictures, I'm just like, I guess this is good to me. I feel like I know it looks good, but even then, I feel like, not to be sexist, but like women tend to know better angles, or I got like people who actually deal with cameras know like how to best take a shot. I'm the type of dude where I'll just where I'll, like,
Yeah.
take a video and freeze frame like certain points. But
I have one for this, but it's adult, so I'm not gonna say it.
is this a PG-13?
I don't know.
Say it.
Say
You can
it.
cut it out.
I think
I
I know
don't
what to
wanna
talk
say
about.
it,
I think I know
say
what
it.
to say. It's about your dick.
Say it.
Your dick's bigger than I thought it was for an Asian boy.
Shut up.
I got another one.
What's up?
I've been called a sex demon before. I don't know how I felt about that.
Whoa!
No, she was
Exercising.
like, "You're a sex demon." Like she meant it in like a good
Yeah,
way.
of course,
Like,
of
she was
course.
like,
It's gotta be a
but
compliment.
I was like, why do I have to be a demon? I felt a type of way.
What was her relationship with God and or her father?
Father, not good, but she's a spiritual person. I think we talked about God a few times, but
Sex demon.
she called me a sex demon.
That's fire.
I was like,
bro.
damn, like I appreciate it, but not in that.
This might be the clip right here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
What's yours? You can just skip it.
Say it.
Say it.
Oh, you're so good at sex.
That was unexpected. You weren't expecting to be good.
old dick.
I'll say I had a big pee pee.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Oh my
big
goodness.
pee pee boy.
Big pee pee.
Are you serious? That's what you were beating around the bush for?
I don't know.
I feel like
I'm
mine,
shy. I'm shy.
Mine is like I remember someone like rapped to me like a compliment, and I was like, that's kind of
Oh,
cool.
that makes it
That was
unexpected for sure.
But it rhymed and it was good.
What was the compliment? Do you remember?
I remember
Tell us.
Alo.
your ass is so fantastic. I don't want to say
Your ass is so fantastic. They call me Mr. Bombastic.
Keep it hard, beat it like some plastic.
Keep a hard penis like
Beat
some
it like
plastic.
some plastic.
Keep it hard like plastic.
Keep a hard
I don't know.
penis like plastic.
No, I don't want to finish this.
Brittle.
online.
Was this a white boy or a black guy? You gotta tell me now. I need to know. Was he
Like
white or black?
both.
He was both. He was mixed.
He's mixed, so
Yeah.
he's black.
Well, he must have. Yeah, the
One
black,
drop, everybody.
the black came out.
Southern. The Southern people. One drop and you're black. You're black.
You ready? No. That's crazy.
That's wild.
That was a good one.
That is a good one.
Unexpected
Okay.
compliments.
Hey, everybody. Listen to I Love Lamp. We're here on Spotify, and we're here with our good friend Mateo. If you like this,
Yeah, thanks for
rate us
having me.
5 stars on whatever service you're listening to. We will get on YouTube. We've been dragging our ass. I'm getting this shit on YouTube, and it's already on Spotify and a lot of other major podcast providers like Amazon and iTunes. Also, email us. Links in the bio. It's ilovelamp@gmail.com. Yeah, there's 2 P's in there. PP. Yeah, we're pushing P. And let's wrap up the show. How much time do we have on that one?
Let me check.
With freaking some Reddit relationship junk. And we're going to weigh in on some bullshit. 10 minutes?
minutes. Sick.
Okay. We could easily push it past, but let's just see what we can do in 10 minutes.
Oh, Palais.
Man, I really should have gotten
like
the
that sound,
soundboard going because it'd be so much fun.
Yeah, just hit
I wish I
Is
knew.
it applicable? Yeah.
Yeah. Steve Lacy. If we had a baby, it could be like Steve Lacy, bro.
I don't want a baby with you yet. No, it's not
I
there.
thought you were going to E.T. finger me.
You want me to ET finger you?
Yeah, like this.
Finger you back home? Go
Because he's half black, half Filipino. That's what I'm getting
ET is half black, half Filipino.
at. Steve Lacy.
I know.
How does pizza sound?
Pizza? I would love some pizza.
Oh, like order?
Yeah.
You want to stay and watch the Jags game with us?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Cool.
Relationship.
Well, why you do that? Lately, I've been getting better at. You go first. Mine's inappropriate.
Mine can-
Eating?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Palais.
Mine's like lame.
Hey, will you eat my ass?
Oh, Palais.
Oh my lord. What were you about to say? Yours is boring.
Not super boring, but I've just been getting better at like my routine, like arriving to work earlier than I
Good.
should and stuff, and just better at being myself. Kind of like. More
Isn't it
mature,
so
I guess.
hard to do nowadays? Like
Yeah.
the amount of times I really have to like mold myself to not like to not sound like societally weird or say something or like just I don't know. Or does that just mean I'm like fucked up in the head? Like, hey Mateo, you can't do that. There's people around. Or
Yeah, you're so like filtered.
yeah. I have a weird way with words. I forget how to say stuff sometimes. But yeah, you gotta filter yourself so much nowadays. Especially like today with like, it's crazy how at work other people will get offended for you.
Oh.
Dude,
I bet you experienced that.
the amount of times
way
like,
more
I'll
than-
say a joke or like something will happen and I'm like I'm not one of those like PC people. Like if it's just better be a good joke, but like, you can make like a black joke or whatever joke. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, how could you? I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. But like the amount of like white people that get offended for you, it's just like I don't know how to like speak up for myself, but it's so annoying. It's so damn annoying. So we can't have fun anymore.
Oh, my. Okay.
All right,
I
let's
don't know
hear
if
it.
I want to do this one. And what I'm getting better at is finding joy in sobriety.
Nice. Are you washing
Love
your
that
hands
for you.
more? Get your hands off of
Story
me.
time. Story time.
All right, quick story time. One time
Shout out Marvin.
One time I'm at
And what-
Marvin?
He was there.
No, he wasn't. We were studying. It was a study day, remember? So
talking
listen,
about?
me and Obach are studying for our formation flight.
Oh, it's more than one time.
This man goes in the bathroom. Was it? Oh no, Marvin was there.
I thought you were talking about that
Jeremy
time.
goes in the bathroom, takes a piss, comes out and does not wash his hands. And we're just like, what the fuck are you doing? Go wash your hands.
My dick ain't dirty like
yeah.
that.
So I totally get that. But like,
Digital
that's when
footprint.
if you're at home and like you just took a shower and you want to go pee, like, yeah, my dick's clean. But like if you
Or
got
just
people
pee in the
around,
shower. That's what grosses me out. Cause
you don't pee in the shower.
no,
No,
I'm just saying not
she's
washing your
throwing it
hands.
back
'Cause
to
think
me.
about people that are in the grocery stores that all did the same thing and now they're picking up food. There's like that. There's fecal matter on all the self checkout.
Do you wash your hands after you pump your gas?
Of course.
I saw a video of this chick pumping her gas, and I kid you not, the hand she used to pump it with, she shoved it up her butt and
Oh
was
my
like
god, that's
scratching it.
disgusting. I use
Maybe
the
she
hand
wanted that
sanitizer.
Not every-
gasoline residue.
Not every gasoline pump I see, I just think of that lady.
I wish I knew.
All right, read the prompt.
Wait. Oh, wait. I already said I'm getting better in sobriety.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about the time with Marvin where we were making drinks and then I went to go pee, didn't wash my hands, and then handled the ice.
Oh.
Yeah, you're
wow,
gross.
it's
Your
worse.
boyfriend
You
is
pick
a
her
savage. Your boyfriend's a savage.
And I was like, and then they said something. I was like, oh shit, what are y'all doing? Y'all are keeping track of that shit?
Want to tell them about your used gum?
Tell me. Now you got to tell me. You brought it up.
No.
Me and all the listeners want to know. You be putting
Okay,
gum
so
on your ear and shit?
when I was driving the Mini, I was, you know those
The
gum,
coupe.
yeah, you know those gum packets that come like just in the cubes. They don't come in any wrapping.
Mhm.
For a while, it'd be like my routine, like when I'm driving home from work, that I like, chew that gum, and then it gets old, and then I don't have any wrappers, so I'd be like, I'd stick it in this one part of the car and just like line it
They just
like-
spit out the window.
like fucking teeth.
I just spit out the
And then
window.
it gets hard and it gets stuck in there.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
It's gross.
No, brother. Who taught you that? Where'd you pick that up from?
Yeah.
It's just a used car.
Brother.
No.
Oh,
You're
well.
probably like, oh, I might chew this later.
I knew a
wouldn't be
chick-
surprised if you-
One time, it was like
I
way
just
back when.
stuck it all back in.
No, listen to this. I knew a chick. Her sister would do the same thing, but like it was in their house. Like she would just like stick gum on like the wall, and then like a fucking calendar.
Okay,
was like
see,
gum.
there's a difference there.
Yeah.
For it's
I was
bad
like-
because mine's is still bad because other people can get in my car. But there's something so personal about being your own car. You know what I mean?
No,
Like you should see Alyssa's the same car now. It's trashed.
bro, I'm not sticking gum on the
Different way.
interior of my car. You just
I
slide the
did do
window.
something gross like that when I was younger. After I watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and there was that girl that chewed gum like every single day. I like tried to chew the same piece of gum, so I would like leave it on my bedstand at night and
Chewing
then
a
chew it
rock.
in the morning. It only lasted like 3 days.
How
and I
hard
gave
was
up.
that gum? Probably like solidified.
A little bit, but I chewed it in the morning and it got better. It just had no flavor.
Gross.
Car
Just
stink.
chewing rubber at that point.
Okay, this is from Reddit
Disgusting.
Unpopular Opinion. And I guess what are we gonna say? Like, should we like try to hold this up or let's just have a conversation?
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. Long distance relationships aren't real relationships. You heard me. If you've never met your partner and exclusively communicate via internet, phone, then you don't have a relationship. You have a semi-social hobby. Online personas are too curated. You don't really know someone until you live or spend a lot of time together. None of the challenges or rewards of a relationship come about from long distance relationships. I could go on. It ain't real. Okay, that's the end of the little blurb.
I disagree.
I think they recently got like hurt or something, and that's why their opinion's like that.
I think the qualifier made it a lot more valid in that the qualifier that you've never met them.
Yeah.
I was thinking like somewhere where you meet at some point in real life and then circumstances draw you apart, which who would argue that that's not a real
'Cause then
relationship?
if you're saying long distance isn't real, then you're like saying once you move away from your parents, they're not your parents anymore. They're not real because that's long distance. Like that doesn't make sense. But also, what about like during COVID? People like couldn't meet, so I feel like that's kind of different. Like, what if you do like Zoom calls? And
That's what I was
stuff
gonna
like
say.
that?
Like you could have a physical relationship and it'd be fucking terrible. It doesn't feel like a relationship.
Yeah,
You could-
yeah. You could be
could
with
click with
someone
someone
every
online.
day.
He's not wrong about he or she's not wrong about the curation. Like if you never meet them, they can like portray these aspects that may not be necessarily who they are. But I don't
You
think
could
that-
spend some time with someone every day and then you're not really there, you're not really present, versus someone that you're actively engaging with and
yeah.
I feel like people do that dating in person anyway. Like you're putting your best self forward.
facade, a
You're
persona.
not gonna like show them all your like flaws and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
There's definitely a spectrum to this, but some people are like, you know, if you're catfishing somebody, then maybe that's not real.
Yeah.
I kind of see what they're saying though. I don't know.
What
Like,
are they?
if you never meet,
If you never
Yeah.
meet them, it's not a real relationship. I disagree with that because a real relationship isn't hinged on being physically. Like I think it just
Yeah.
depends on how far you both take it.
a meeting in the mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's deeper than just physical. I'd say.
Yeah, and what the heck is a semi-social hobby? Like what he was kind of disqualifying it down to, like, what is a semi-social hobby?
I don't know.
Can you read the whole sentence?
If you exclusively communicate via internet or phone, you don't have a relationship, or you have a semi-social
I don't agree with
hobby.
that phone either.
Oh.
So even a pen pal is a relationship.
Is he
And
mean like
internet
a
and
like
phone are
a
even more.
what type of relationship
intimate.
is he talking about? Like
I think he's kind of saying a romantic one.
yeah, because if it's romantic,
Which-
I guess you could qualify it as like, all right, you never met them, so there's I don't know. Even then, like you can have feelings through like verbal or
I guess we're just none of
written
us are
communication.
none of us are like more inclined to gatekeep relationships.
But I,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
personally, I don't think I'd allow a relationship to progress to a certain stage if I've never met you. Also,
Yeah, like what if it's been like 7 years or something?
7. I'll give you like a month, and if we can't meet, then I'm kind of like I'm not interested.
That's the thing. I feel like
Yeah.
some people
not
have this
invested.
ongoing thing,
It's like money.
like
Oh, the
like
football guy?
Manti
Manti
Te'o.
Teo.
Yeah.
Talking to some girl for a
That's
year.
actually I was gonna say Nicole's dad was just on the phone with this, or like just online relationship with this woman in the Philippines, and they hadn't met for like a long
I
time.
definitely don't, and you're not gonna get me sending you money either. I see those guys, and I'm just like, come on, bro. Like
Sketch.
Right.
the Tinder swindler.
It gets sketchers. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's not gatekeep it. They can be real, but you know, at some point,
To me, you're not real until I meet you. Because
you
nowadays,
change. You turning.
no,
thought you
no,
said-
the relationship is real.
Oh, okay.
But like to me, I'm not investing anything. But I was saying like personally, if I'm like talking to you through the phone, like over the internet, you're not real to me until I can at least like get you on like FaceTime or
Yeah.
like, in person.
Yeah.
That's why I say like to me, you're not real until I meet you because this could be a fake profile. You could be catfishing me. You could be a dude or a beluga whale on the other side of the phone.
One of the top comments is about an online relationship versus a long distance relationship. Yeah, definitely long distance relationship.
Those are real. Those are definitely real.
When you meet somebody and then you have to part.
Yeah.
That's what most people would think
Yeah.
of a long distance relationship versus an online relationship where it's more qualified. It's like you don't know this person.
That's when you get all the weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Oh, and we have a few seconds on that cam, but honestly, I don't really feel like we're gonna use that much footage from this cam.
Okay.
These are like doing the main work, so do we want to do one more and then
Sounds good to me.
wrap?
Yeah, I'm done with
Wrap
one more.
it up.
Yeah. What we got? Reddit, what do you got for us? Oh man, I'm not seeing a lot of. Our relationships. I'll cut this dead space out. No worry. Leave it. You can chill with us. Oh,
Is it juicy? Pineapple on pizza or not?
this one's kind of juicy. Should I, 32-year-old female, call it quits for good with my 32 male significant other? He keeps quitting jobs every time he gets one. Most recently, he quit right before the holidays. I'm sick of being forced into this position, and I feel like he doesn't give a fuck about putting me in this position. Holy shit, she wrote so much. I don't want to get
What
into this.
position, I wonder?
Just like probably,
Probably like financial,
yeah.
like responsibility. He's not working.
I've been with my sibling. This is such a bummer. I don't want to fucking talk about this.
Next.
Yeah. She wrote so much underneath it too. I feel like I'd be reading her.
Not to be rude, but do y'all
blogs
ever
for,
go
like,
to, would y'all ever
minutes
consider
at a
like
time.
going to Reddit for advice?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Honestly, not.
Kind of be like, I don't know, like, I don't know.
What the heck?
One darnation.
What does MIL stand for? MIL, 40-year-old female, pressuring me, 26-year-old female, to have children somehow. MIL.
Mother-in-law?
Oh,
Is it?
yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's right.
Mother-in-law only 40? Holy fuck, that's young.
Yeah, that is young.
Too long didn't read. I can't have kids, and my mother-in-law is pressuring me to have children somehow. So I recently got married to my boyfriend, and many years have been wonderful. However, my mother-in-law can be problematic. She sometimes overstepped boundaries in the past, but nothing serious. We've been able to move through things okay. Now we're married, and she's starting talking about children. She knows my body is incapable of carrying children, and I'm okay with this. However, I don't want children in any way at all. I don't want to adopt. I don't want a surrogate. I don't want children in my life I'm responsible for in any way. I enjoy my life with my animals and husband and don't want to add children into this. My husband agrees with me, but my mother-in-law wants grandbabies somehow, anyhow, and lately has been dropping increasing hints about it. Even though both me and my husband have shut her down, she continues to do so. I guess I'm asking for advice on how to deal with this because it's starting to get annoying, and she wasn't like this before we married.
Man, I feel like set boundaries. Like, they married each other, not the mom. And it's like, if she wants one so bad, like, she can just, like, adopt a kid or something. You can just, like, force that onto other people.
Yeah, so there's clearly like some sort of vacancy, some void that the mother-in-law wants to fill. They've been pretty clear about their expectations, like not to have any as far as them having kids. They haven't been ambiguous about it. Something's going on with the mother-in-law. What do you think? Is it up to her son to like draw a firmer line, or?
Yeah, I would say definitely the son or the son and his wife need to sit the mother-in-law down and just talk to her like, hey, like, you know, like, you're crossing some boundary. This is my wife. I need you to respect her.
Yeah.
You know, we're in this situation. I know you want grandkids, but this is where we are with it. This is our lives, and you're not getting them from us. And that's the end of that. That's a simple solution to me.
The mother-in-law is dealing with the burden of expectations of like,
But what expectations?
like expectations that she's putting on them. Like, I have a new daughter, you know, a daughter-in-law. I should be getting grandkids, even though they've repeatedly said, no, it's not happening.
Maybe all her friends are asking about it or something.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
Could be that.
societal pressures.
Societal, it could be
what
menopause.
requires you to have grandkids? Absolutely nothing.
She wants a new life in her family.
Something to take care of.
But it's
maybe.
like, just do it yourself, you know? Like,
But even then, like, you're not even taking care of it. You're just an extra nurturer, provider. But like, yeah, that's a bigger responsibility. Like, it sounds like she just wants a plaything. Go get a dog or something.
it's tough.
It
How
sounds
is the
simple.
mother-in-law only 40 years old? She must have married a very young man.
Or father could have married a younger woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot.
That sounds like a simple fix to me. You just tell her to fuck off.
I don't know. I don't really have a mother-in-law in my life. I feel like a lot of people have
What would you do?
this version of, what the hell is that? Some loud-ass car.
Sounds like
What
a
would I
boat.
do?
Yeah, it is.
It'd be tough. But ultimately, it comes down to the son, right?
I think that's a
It's
simple conversation.
Taking a united front.
Definitely helps, but definitely the son needs to talk to his mother-in-law and be like, hey, don't disrespect my wife like that. Like, you understand?
Oh, okay. Frick.
He needs to fend for her.
It was a typo. She's 50.
Oh.
What? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He needs to fend for his lady. Tell his mama to chill.
Responsibility of your husband since it's his mom. Yeah, just set your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's just like, well, in my day, everybody had kids. What right do you have to have kids? And then
Yeah.
it's just like, no one owes you.
Hey, Ma, it's 2021. Sorry, 2023. Get with the time.
What race do you think these guys are?
Probably white.
That's what I was thinking.
White.
Is that fair? They could be Asian.
I mean, that's just my opinion. They could be
I
Asian.
think
They
they're-
could
I
be
think they're
black.
white.
It could be interracial couple.
Why is that though?
That's just what
Why
I
do we
usually
think they're
see.
white?
Like, usually you don't see, like, I mean, it's cultural. Like, it's all across all cultures. Mother-in-laws, father-in-law, they want grandkids. But like this type of pressure, she's 26.
She wants that passive, like, loving. You know what I mean?
It's
like
definitely,
passive
like you
income.
said,
Like, I already had my
void.
kids. You're supposed to have kids, and then I'm supposed to sit back and be the fun one. That's not how it works every time, you know.
Yeah.
If it happens to happen that way for you, then good for you. Like, good
There
for
are
you,
plenty
grandma.
of children out there that need love. She can
That's
go
true. That's
be
so
like-
true. You don't have to be biologically related to a child
step
to
in,
love it.
grandma. Yeah, or like go work at somewhere where she's
Yeah.
involved with children.
And if you want it so bad, you should.
She should
Mom
have
should
more
have
kids.
had more kids.
Yeah.
At 50, that's crazy.
No, like should have had more
Here's
kids
your
when she was
uncle.
younger.
To have more grandkids. Our
Have like a
chances,
better
Wait.
shot at it.
Here's your brother. He's 2 months old.
And then maybe something about how, no, I don't want to make it. I don't mean this. Maybe something about how that 50-year-old mother-in-law raised her son, led him to end up with somebody who
Getting-
doesn't want
Getting
kids.
deep.
No, there's too much. That's taking too much into.
Oh, she's like, does she not want kids because of me?
Yeah, some unresolved stuff.
Or another spin-off is she sees this issue and maybe she's trying to like force her son or the wife to like leave or get out of this situation because she's putting so much pressure. Like, hey, son, I want grandkids. She can't give them to me. You need to leave her. Or,
Oh.
hey, I want grandkids. You gonna give me some?
It's
If
like,
not, then
or
maybe
I will
you'll leave.
actively sabotage.
Maybe
your
you'll leave
relationship.
my son so that he can be with the woman who can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's like, I think the mother-in-law
There's
is
some
like, I
ulterior
want some.
motives
I want
here.
some other.
There's definitely some ulterior motives.
I want to know how manipulative she is, the mother-in-law. Like,
Mhm.
what all she's doing that's overstepping besides just asking. Like, is she throwing shade or what?
What if she like helps them with stuff or something, and then she's like, "I won't keep helping if you don't have kids."
Yeah,
So
money.
like,
Write you out of the will or some shit.
yeah, doesn't invite
That's
you to
tough,
any
man.
Christmases or like family dinner. Shuns you.
She doesn't sound very pleasant. So
She
honestly.
said, the poster said, she knows my body is incapable of carrying children.
And
Which
that's-
it's definitely a thing. So
that's
it's just
even
like,
more fucked up if you know you
Yeah.
can't have
Yeah.
children and you're still pressuring them to have children.
yeah.
So she's definitely like
I don't want a surrogate.
manipulative.
I don't want children in my life. That's tough, man. You want to be on good terms with the family. But
Makes you appreciate the family you got. You know?
yeah, definitely. All right, guys. That was pretty fun.
It was a pleasure.
Mateo, thanks for coming on. You got to come be on
absolutely.
Yeah.
in the future.
Yes, it was wonderful. You guys are great hosts.
Yeah.
Great conversation.
First guest.
First
Really
guest,
fun.
First of
episode
many.
5.
Don't forget
I
about me when
love
you're
lamp.
famous. All right, you guys are.
You're gonna
big
come
deal.
with us to the top, man.
I
Once
got
we have a
underwear deals and y'all
bigger studio,
plug-in commercials.
we're gonna have our own lamps.
Yeah.
That'd be actually. Yeah, you think that's a joke? That'd be a nice little start.
That'd be kind of nice. And lamp off.
See ya.
See ya.